Hey everybody, Remy Meyer here, founder of Max Out Your Gym. Today I'm with Jazz and Kane. How is it going, guys?
Good, awesome.
Doing good.
Thanks for having us, Remy.
Could you please introduce yourself real quick? Tell us where you're from, where your gym is, what you do.
First off, my name's Kane. Born and bred in Wanganui, New Zealand.
Yeah.
Electrician by trade, but also business owner of a gym called Nefarious Fitness and Performance here in Wanganui. Do it with my partner Jazz. And
So I'm Jazz. I do the daily operations of Nefarious here in Wanganui.
Awesome. So you got started with the Max Out Your Gym program. When was that again? Do you remember exactly?
We started in probably about October, late October. Yeah, late October, and went through the program, the modules, and it's May now, so it's about 6 months. Is it 6 months?
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah. So in the last 6 months, which were not that easy, we are still in the middle of a pandemic, right? What happened? Could you tell us about the results that you got so far? And you're actually just getting started, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what happened in the last 6 months. What are your results?
So in the past 6 months, last year, COVID, obviously, we suffered a lot during that time. We went through the whole of New Zealand went through a month, 2 month lockdown. 2 month lockdown in 2020. And once we came out of that, we had a massive drop in membership, which is pretty much our livelihood at the time. We were doing this full time. And amongst other things, we lost staff, and we were running it independently between us, and we actually had no idea of where we were going. We had no direction, and at the time as well, we disbanded. We dissolved our relationship with CrossFit, so we used to be a CrossFit affiliate, and I feel that from that point on, we were just a little bit lost.
Was it related to what happened with Greg Glassman and his comments, or was it because of that, or what was the reason for you to do that?
It was more so a number of things that happened even before Greg Glassman's remarks and attitudes towards BOC and all of that stuff that he got involved with, but it was
pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back with his remarks. So we thought, let's change.
The last draw on the camel's back, but already.
Because our values never aligned. We just started to drift away from what ideally fell in love with CrossFit in the first place. So we just grew away from it, and we came into our own and rebranded fully in every way. So Nefarious Fitness and Performance. Right. We did have a bit of backlash about that as well, for our decisions and stuff like that. So we've moved forward from there, and we've grown quite a lot actually, in direction and where we want to be. And now we've come onto this program with the Max Out Your Gym program. We know exactly where our future is. It's a lot more clearer now. It's probably the best thing. One of the best things that's happened to us is this program.
You were speaking about not really aligning with the values of CrossFit anymore. And how the values that we have at Max Out Your Gym, do you align with those values? Can you speak about that, please?
I think one of the big values that we carry is integrity. So that was a big one for us, and how we align our values with integrity. Greg Glassman obviously didn't have that integrity to step up. So we thought, well, that doesn't align with us.
And what are the new values that you found, maybe with the program, or the new values that you created for your business?
I think it's not new values. It's just more strengthened. Like, I know who I am now, and I know what I want. I know who I want to be around, and that's just, in a business sense, has strengthened my resolve in the overall picture of running a business. And I think that's where that's more along the lines where I'm heading,
right?
And directing my business towards our goal.
So let's speak about some measurable results that you got, in terms of retention, or in terms of new members that you got, or in terms of charging more, in terms of money that you're making, extra revenue, recurring revenue. Can you please tell us about the, measurable results that you've been able to generate already, even though you're only getting started? What kind of results have you been able to generate so far?
Just to base off numbers, our memberships increased since we've started this program, and we've been able to hold on to those members. But we only started, like, the transformation program. We started that a month ago, but before then, our numbers and membership were growing as well. In terms of revenue, it's better than it was before.
A lot better.
Yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot more stable.
Now, how much in extra revenue are you generating now, if I may ask?
Over 5.
Yeah.
Over 5,000, I think. That was in our first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks, yeah.
In the first 3 weeks? What did you say about that?
Yeah. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So what happened in 3 weeks? When was that?
So we signed up how many members?
Right. So like recently, you signed up like 15 people, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you added an extra 5,000 in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that was just from the transformation program.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So $5,000 that you've been able to generate in the last 3 weeks, right? So the 2 last weeks of April and the first week of May, you've been able to add $5,000 to your revenue. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's recurring because they signed a membership, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, I just wanted to share my screen. I'm going to open your CRM here so that we can look at what you're doing and look at what you did the last 3 weeks here. So I'm just going to log in here inside your account, and we're going to have a look. I'm going to share my screen. So we're just going to, so here, Nefarious, right? That's your account. And we're just going to have a look at what you did the last 3 weeks, right? You actually started to advertise only 3 weeks ago. And that's what you guys are doing right now, right? So that's actually 5.3K in front-end revenue. I'm just going to mention what front-end revenue, because maybe some team owners don't know what that is. Front-end revenue would be the cash that you already made, right away. And then the back-end revenue is the cash that you will make in the future when you're gonna wait for the monthly payments for people
Yes.
on a 6 months or 12 months membership, right? So you didn't make the 26K just yet, right? But you will. And so here, yeah, that's 0.3K that you generated already, and then is going to generate $26,000 in the future. And what we can see here, there is a mistake probably here. It should be more, right? I don't think that you only charge 7.75 here per member. But yeah, that's what you have here, and you're multiplying your money like crazy, right? Based on what you're spending on ads, you're multiplying your money crazy here. So yeah, that was 12 new clients in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, nice and steady. So that's the beauty about it, is that we can onboard anyone really at different times, and they just have their own plan and plan of attack and go from there for them.
And it's evergreen, right? So it means that you can onboard new clients every single day. It doesn't matter. You have to do a launch. You don't have to do a, right? We don't do launch.
That's right.
That's
Awesome. Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What were the main breakthroughs you had, in the last 6 months since you started with the Max Arthur Gym program? What were the main aha moments you had?
Oh yeah, mindset. Yeah, so mindset. Yeah, learning about our mindset and what makes us tick has been really beneficial. I think that's been the foundation of growing our own, like a backbone.
Not necessarily talking about your own mindset. You're talking about the new skill that you acquired with coaching program, so that you can coach your clients on mindset and accountability and habit coaching, right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Because if you don't have the confidence, or if you're not willing to be vulnerable, be open, then your clients aren't they're not going to benefit from what you're here to provide. And that's with the workouts. So you need a strong foundation for that, to help your clients through the workouts, through life when they're not here. So it goes full circle, really. Mindset. Yeah, mindset's been a massive eye-opener for this. I think it's probably the main thing to offset everything else.
Yep.
How was your success rate 6 months ago when you were not doing that? And how is the success rate now with those, how many? 12 we said, right? 12 new clients in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
How is the success rate so far with those 12 new clients that you had in the last 3 weeks? How is that different now that you're doing the mindset stuff?
I see that they're more stronger within themselves. They're keeping things consistent based on what we discuss on a personal basis. So they've not only been able to change their body, but they've also changed their habits in their life as well, understanding certain patterns and behaviors that have stopped them from progressing to where they want to be.
Right.
And they all seem a lot more happier as well. Like some of them have had pretty traumatic backgrounds, past experiences. And you can kind of understand what makes them do the things they do now that stops them from living their best life. So
something that happened in childhood, it could be something that in the past, with a divorce or whatever, or a traumatic event. And so that's why now they are binge eating. So that's why now they are emotionally eating,
Yeah.
And if you don't help them with that, you know, the 3 workouts a week, sure, it's great.
Yeah.
But if you don't help them with the mindset stuff that goes with that, they're never gonna change their body and their life. You know?
Yeah.
So we're not
That's right.
asking you to become a psychologist, but just hold their hand, you know,
Yeah.
and give them some love and some care, you know, with that. We're not asking you to become a hypnotherapist and, you know, change their mind. Just give them some care and love and some support, right?
Yeah, and that's one of the roles that you do take on as a coach and owner, is that you're everything. You're like a counselor, you're a massage therapist, you're a first aid person, you're everything.
Life coach.
Yeah. So we're happy to take all of that on board and then run our own household.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a 15-year-old daughter as well. So going through the teenage phase, and you know, if you've got a teenager out there, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they just, I mean, the first ones started only 3 weeks ago, right? For the first one of the 12 that you got in the last 3 weeks. Are they already like, getting great results, losing weight? I mean, maybe not weight, but at least body fat and getting healthier. Are they already experiencing results?
Yeah. So we've got one lady, she's lost a kg a week. So she's in her 4th week.
How many kg you said, sorry?
When she first started the program, she was 104 kgs, and now she's 100. So we're
3 weeks. That's great.
Yeah, and she dropped. Oh no, she's maintained her body fat, but the weight's there. I'm really happy with it. She started off at 41% body fat, so.
Okay, so let's see what's gonna.
Small things, eh?
What's gonna happen in another month or 2?
Yeah, definitely. What else? We've got another lady. She started at 71 kgs and she's down to 67.
From 71 to 67.
Yeah, and she's dropped 9.
4 kg or so,
Yeah, and she's dropped 3% body fat.
Awesome. 3% of body fat.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah. 3 weeks.
I was like, tools, I'm here. Let me know how I can. Yeah, it's really cool.
And were you able to provide those kind of fast results before you were doing the mindset, accountability, habit stuff? No.
Yeah, nothing like this.
Yeah.
Your clients were getting results. It was much slower, and it was only coming from the exercising part.
Yes.
Then, it's just the exercising, of course, is very important, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. And I believe that it's a puzzle with probably another 9 other pieces, you know. Have the full puzzle so that we can give people's results in terms of body, body composition, and also in terms of being healthy, in terms of diabetes or having, chronic diseases or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. With such a dense market with gyms in town, we had to sort of separate ourselves from the competition, because you've got, the big chain gyms such as City Fitness, Snap Fitness, F45, and then there's 2 other CrossFit gyms in town, plus 3 or 4 locally owned gyms. So we're in quite a dense population in a dense market where people can go to any other gym, but we have to sort of separate ourselves from everyone else, and like what aren't they doing that we can do? And so Max Out program was just perfect.
Yeah.
Right. So here,
always wanted to get into as well. Yeah, but we just didn't know how.
The first step of the Max Out Your Gym system is for you to create your own blue ocean, right?
Yeah.
For people watching us right now that will watch the recording, what's a blue ocean? It's coming from a book, The Blue Ocean Strategy. It's a pretty famous business book that says that when you are in a red ocean, it means it's bloody because there are so many sharks in it and not too many fish, because just too many sharks, too many competitors, right?
Yep.
It's bloody red. And if you can create your own blue ocean where you don't have too many sharks, then it's much easier to catch fish, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first step of the Mike's Arthur Gym program. How is that new blue ocean for you, where you don't really give a shit about what F45 is doing or what other micro gym owners are doing, right? You don't really care about them anymore. You do your own thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's offering a bit more than just being a gym. You know, you're like you already said, you know, offering the mindset, the accountability, the nutrition, everything. It's all in that one package.
Yeah. And I love all of that. I've been loving it. You know, all the consults and accountability sessions. It's been kind of on par to what I've been trained to do previously. So for those who don't know, I am a qualified nurse. Yeah, and psychiatry. So yeah, this is pretty much my jam. Getting in there and digging deep.
Awesome, yeah, that's great. And that's how we can transform lives. Yeah. What was your most expensive membership before, and what is your new most expensive membership now?
So most expensive membership prior to the transformation, so our normal would be 172 a month.
100 and, sorry?
72 a month.
And 70?
Yeah, 772 a month.
Oh, 72. 172.
Yeah,
Okay.
172. And coming away for our transformers, it will be 240 a month. Yeah.
And now 240. So you went from 172 to charging 240 a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're only starting, and you know you can go to 300 soon, maybe your most expensive membership, right? You will become more and more transformational, and the more transformational you become, the more you can charge. And are people happy, glad to actually pay you 240?
Yeah, so there's a few of our transformers who want to continue on. So yeah, we'll be talking about that with them at the end of their challenge.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so here you said challenge for people, you know, for gym owners watching the video here. We're not doing the bullshit bait and switch free 6-week challenge. You know, we're not doing that. We're just doing a 6 or 8 or 12-week body transformation program. It's not free. It's high ticket. It's transformational. It's not a BS challenge where we just give a meal plan and we see and you get your money back. And you get your money back if you lose 20 pounds or 10 kg. No, we don't. We make them pay right away, right? And we really make sure that they actually transform. Right? If you do a bait and switch where you would give the money back if they transform, actually you're not that incentivized to actually help them, because then you're like, fuck, I'm gonna have to give them money back if they transform. So it's not like you're really incentivized to actually really help. So we don't do that, right? We just do the most transformational body transformation program we can have, and we charge a high ticket price for it, right?
They've got to have some skin in the game, basically.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah, like you say, like anything free, they can just walk away from it. But if there's money in there, then they're incentivized to put in the work, to put in the effort.
Right, exactly. Awesome. And so with this new model that you have here, that is more transformational, where you can charge more, then you don't need, will you need 500 members or 400 members to be successful with that, to generate a higher income? Or will you just need, like, how many do you think you will need so that you can have a great income?
120 plus. So
Yeah, like 150. Yeah, if you have a 150 and you charge 240 or even 300 a month, well, that's already great.
Yeah.
It's not too complicated to do that, right? When you have that kind of business model.
It's quite simple, very simple.
If I do 150 times 300, you're already at 240. My hope is that you're going to become more and more transformational, and then charge 300. 150 times 300, you're already making 45k a month, and it's not a very complicated business. When you only have 150 members. And let's say you have a churn that is not good. Let's say 10%, which is actually the industry average, 10% churn rate. We can do much better than that, but let's just consider that you have that you have a industry average churn, right? 10%. It means that you need to replace only 15 a month to keep your 150. Not that complicated either to generate 15 new clients so that you can replace the ones that are leaving.
No, we could have them in about 3 weeks.
Right, you did 12 in 3 weeks here, and you can probably do much more than that if you wanted to, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And so it means that keeping those 150 members will be pretty damn easy to keep that, right? And then your retention, and let's say it becomes 5. It means that you will need to replace 7.5, right? Clients, let's say 8. Now 8 is really easy to do, with the system that we have, right?
Yeah.
It has been a hard time, 2020 for gym owners. It's still a hard time, the beginning of 2021 for gym owners because of the pandemic. What would be your best recommendations here to gym owners watching us live or that will watch the recording? What can you recommend just so that we help?
For me, I would suggest if you're sick of coming in day out, feeling like you're not getting anywhere within the business itself, to really seek help, and whether that help might be through somewhere else or through Max at your gym, by all means reach out to Remy and the crew. That's probably my biggest recommendation to gym owners.
I think my recommendation would be to not give up. Yeah, you've worked too hard to throw everything in. Yeah. So if need be, ask for help, pretty much. Yeah.
I think that, gym owners, personal trainers are really needed right now. Mm-hmm. People need to boost their immunity, If you have a good immunity, COVID is not a big deal, really, If you're healthy, COVID is really not a big deal. Actually, I had COVID. I didn't even feel I had it. I had to do the antibody test months later, and they were like, "Oh, you had COVID." I was like, "Oh, okay, good to know. I didn't know." Of course, we want to protect, older people, of course. But if you're still young, COVID shouldn't be a big deal, right? And what's sad is that 75% of Americans are overweight, and I think it's getting closer, in Europe and Australia and New Zealand, and it's getting closer to that all over the world. The chronic diseases, it's such a big issue right now, and it's not like people don't need help. Gym owners are really needed right now. But in order to be successful, it's not just about learning how to muscle up and deadlift and snatch and those things, right? It's good to do that, but also you need to work on the mindset coaching, accountability coaching, habit coaching skills, also probably the nutrition skills, but also the marketing, sales, client acquisition, business skills, right? Otherwise, it's gonna be hard, right? If you don't have those skills, and if if you only focus on knowing the exercising skills, it's not going to be enough, right? Do you agree with that?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Anything else you'd like to share here with the owners?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I just want to say a big thank you to you, Remy, and the crew. If anything, it's been the best outcome so far for 2021. Yeah, if it wasn't for that phone call that we had months ago, I don't think we'd be in the same situation what we were in now. So big ups to you, Remy.
Won't be happy.
But by the way, what was your experience with the Max Arthur Gym program and the coaches, the group coaching calls, the one-on-one calls, the online course? What was your experience?
I found it challenging. It wasn't easy, but with the help from you and the coaches, having you guys on standby was probably the best thing that we could do or could have. Sorry. If we ever got stuck within the modules, we could, ask you guys with the weekly catch-ups. I always looked forward to that because it kind of lifted me up again as you sort of go through the week and then come back down. The motivation sort of dropped off a bit, but when we had our weekly catch-ups, boom, we win again. So, it's been really good so far.
And I feel like sometimes because you are in the business of fitness, people tend to keep things close to their chest, other business owners. But what I really appreciate about all the value that we've gotten from the Max Out program is that we get different perspectives from other parts of the world, from different gym owners, and all the ideas that they bring to the table. So it's nice to have a different perspective of what's happening over, like in Netherlands, where they were in lockdown, and it was really cool. Just getting a worldwide perspective about things they're doing over there. Yeah.
You got 12 clients in the last 3 weeks. That's an extra 5K recurring.
Yeah.
Some other clients, they do 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 new clients per month, right? And so if gym owners, watching us right now or that will watch the recording later, are like, oh, come on, between 20 and 80 new members a month, I can't even get 2, how is that freaking possible? It sounds too good to be true bullshit. It is true, but like you said, the Max Out Gym program is not an easy program. It's because you have a lot to learn, and because we push you out of your comfort zone, and it's not too good to be true, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's hard. I think in the beginning, before we started the program, I thought it was too good to be true, and then sort of going through the program, it really changed my perspective about it, and I was like, oh shit, this is legit. Like you say, you've got to put in the work, you've got to put in the effort to get to the finish line in a sense. So
it's not a magic pill.
That's not a magic pill.
Yeah, not a magic pill. You see, if you're not within the program, you don't even know what you don't know. Right?
Yeah.
And then you were in it, and then you were like, oh shit, oh yeah, there is so much to learn, right? Or is that what you saw?
Yeah.
We were well behind the ball. Which is why we were struggling for so long.
Yeah. Running around in circles pretty much.
Yeah.
Headless chickens. Yeah. But now we've got more structure, we've got a direction.
Yeah.
And we know how to get there now.
Yeah. Because actually it took you some time, right, to launch your advertising and get those 12 clients in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot to learn, a lot to on, and it took you some time. But even if we don't speak about those 12 new clients in 3 weeks that you got from the advertising, before that, it helps you with your business, with the retention, with you know, right? It helps you structure your business, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So what we've learned from the program prior to launching our transformation program is just how to be better leaders, pretty much. Yeah, how to be strong for our clients,
right,
and how to communicate effectively with them as well. So yeah, it's been really cool.
Big eye. Big eye.
Yeah, really appreciate my role more now than ever. Yeah.
Because it's easy for people to give up, basically.
We were close to that, actually.
Was that?
Yeah.
We were close to that, actually. We were at our breaking point before we met with you for our first consult for the program. So if he didn't find you, then we probably will be still struggling right now. Yeah.
You are barely scraping by, right? 6 months ago. Now you're actually making profit.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
The future a lot more bright.
Yeah.
How did that change your personal life, if I may ask?
We talk more.
Yeah. Yeah. The skills that we've learned from the program is, it's definitely helped us in our relationship too.
Yeah, how to communicate.
How to communicate is the big one.
Like we've been together 16 years. 16 years. Yeah, it's a long time.
And I feel like
right
now
is also helping with your marriage.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's not the way it's designed, but yeah, it's true that when the business does better, then it helps everything else, right? What about your stress, anxiety? Or I'm sure that 6 months ago, when you were just breaking even, you were stressed. How is it now?
Yeah, I think the stress levels are way low now. But I'm more stressed about fitting in things during the day. So I feel like there's not enough hours in the day to do all the things that I want to do. Yeah.
You like to grow even faster, and at least now you have a plan, right? While before you were like, shit, I don't know, right? And so now you have a plan, and you wish you'd have more time to grow even faster. Right?
Yeah. It's cool. It's real cool. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the job now.
Awesome. And so now that you had just 5K, it means that now instead of breaking even, it's 5K or even more, right? The profit that you have per month, right? And it's only going to go higher because you're just getting started with that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
And then you will probably be able to hire more people.
I know. I can't wait.
More time, and so that you can focus even more on growing the business even faster. And then it's gonna and then I would like to interview you again, in another 6 months, and so that we can learn about the results that you.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's looking the future's looking a lot more brighter.
Awesome. So guys, for people watching the video here, I have a free training. It's a 5-day challenge where I teach gym owners how to generate at least 10K. Yesterday, I interviewed Etienne. He did that 5-day challenge, and he generated. He signed some people on a 6-month agreement, and he signed some other people on a 12-month agreement. So I don't know how many 6-month agreements, I don't know how many 12-month agreements, memberships he signed. But if we consider 6-month agreements, actually he generated 22K. If we consider 12-month agreements, he generated 43K. So that's anywhere between 22 and 43K generated from what he learned during that 5-day challenge, right?
Wow.
It's great. 100% free. I don't ask for a credit card. I don't make you sign an agreement. There is no gimmicks. You know, it's just a free program because I want to help, because I know it's a tough time for gym owners right now. And then, you know, if you want more, even more than that, then, you know, probably you think about me and you want to learn even more. If I can help you generate between 22 and 43K with a free program, what can we do with the paid program, right? And probably then work with me, right? So it's coming from my desire to help. So to be honest, I know that if I help you for free like that, then you'll want more and become a client as well. You know, just to be honest. So yeah, if you want access to that, just hit me up. You know, send me a message on the Facebook Messenger, or just type in the comments here, and then I'll give you access to that free program. I encourage you to also watch the interview I did with Etienne yesterday. When he did, I mean, he actually eventually became a paid client like a week ago, but those results from 22 to 43K, those have been generated from the entirely free program. Okay. So yeah, just type in the comments or hit me up and I'll give you access to this program. All right. Thank you so much, Jazz. Thank you so much, Kane.
Thank you.
Congratulations for the results you got so far. And I'm sure that is only the beginning.
Yes. Thank you, Remy.
All right. Bye-bye. So much.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.